name is Jaya Williams. I am J-Baby, and a member of Dorothy Jeanius STEAM Camp Chicago. Dorothy Jean Tillman, who we call DJ, is amazing. DJ likes reading, painting, building robots, and spending time with friends and family. At 14, she had 3 degrees and an associate bachelor's and a master, making her one of the youngest scientists in the country. DJ can fly airplanes, where he trained in Tuskegee, Alabama. Some awards include Black Girls Rock, Com Ed, and 40 Under 40. Game Changers. Learn more on DorothyJeanius.com. Now let's get to it. Are you ready for our founder and CEO of Dorothy Jean STEAM Camp, Dorothy Jean Tillman?
Good day. I am Dorothy Jean Tillman, founder and CEO of the Dorothy Jeanius STEAM Leadership Institute. Our mission is to preserve and protect our beautiful planet, its environment, air, water, and land, creating a safe, supportive space where young people may advance in environmental and sustainable science. Thank you. Bringing together individuals from government, the private sector, and local communities absolutely provides expertise that will truly advance the causes in environmental justice, education, and awareness. When leaders converge and include representation from the next generation, beautiful things are bound to happen. So let's get into it. Having access to science, technology, engineering, arts, and math is the stepping stone for all success in life. Any area of life at that. Creating opportunities for young people to access these fields younger and younger will expand the possibilities of growth for our communities. Often, there are programs like these, and there are very few young people a part of the program. And to be selected was a humbling honor. So, here's a bit more about my background and journey to today. Growing up, my family always encouraged me to participate and do anything my heart desired. If I expressed an interest in something, they would go above and beyond to ensure that I had access to programs regardless how far they would have to travel. Sometimes my parents would sign me up for things and I would go through the motions of participating, and I would gain a new skill set but still feel unfulfilled. I always said that if I had a chance to change how programs engage young people, I would leap at the opportunity. That is why I founded the Dorothy Jeanius STEAM Leadership Institute. I launched my company at the start of 2020, just before the pandemic hit, with intention to go back to Cape Town, South Africa, to share the wonders of STEAM with young people who had not been introduced to many of the concepts. I had the pleasure of traveling the year before with my mother on an arts exchange trip where I had a great time with girls my age who were just as smart as me, but who had not had the opportunity to show it. South Africa is only 20 years or so out of an apartheid, and education disparities are so vast, and I vowed to do something. Before my return, in February 2020, the pandemic hit and we had to postpone the trip. So I talked to my mom about doing something to still engage these young children in STEAM. So we decided to launch a camp in Chicago the following July. This camp sparked me to create STEAM Kits, which was the camp in a box. This way, we could ship the experience to my new friends in Cape Town. What does this say, though? This says that regardless of what you are faced with, there will always be a way. Because you know what we and my family say? Where there's a will, there's a way. Through our faith, in partnership with Apostle Joseph Stanford of AFC Global Outreach, we are able to stay in tune with these young people and make a difference in their lives. Fellow young people, we are never too young to be the change we want to see. Some people say a child cannot be what they cannot see. While this may be true sometimes, as young people, we can close our eyes and imagine things that can be considered impossible. We need to live in the land of make-believe. Sometimes because we have to make people who have never seen something happen believe. There is nothing wrong with striking out a bat just to step up to the plate. However, before stepping up, make sure you check in with the batting coach, know the rules, and what preparation looks like. Elders are elders to advise, and we must turn to them for clarity at times. It is important for elders to remember, come to love, not to judge. Don't be quick to say, that sounds foolish, when presented by an idea by a young person. Help them navigate these possibilities. Sometimes we are so focused on the when I grow up versus the impact today. During civil rights, and even back when we were rulers in Africa, it was young people leading the way and elders advising. Having a team of counselors to advise is the key to success. So how did I do it? Well, my village would also give me a lot of books, send me links, articles, and take me when amazing people who looked just like me were speaking or performing some amazing works of art. This is the key to engaging us. Have open discussions and allow us the space to think independently. With my STEAM program, I expressed to my mother the connection to mental health and behavioral health and STEAM. And that is why our kids have meditation, yoga techniques, and more. At the foundation of all success is faith, nutrition, playtime, and rest. So let's talk about finding the why and making a way for the how. When we have to shift from a place of being the first and only to a vast team of rising together. Anytime an opportunity is presented for me as a CEO of my company, I try to find a way for members of my team to network and participate. This is leading by example. So, if I'm doing a coastal cleanup, say in Nassau, as I will be in late May, my team of teenpreneurs will be right with me. What good is a leader if those around them are not empowered as well? A proverb I learned in Cape Town proclaims, it is the young trees that make up the forest. What this means is, in the present context, that youth will determine the future. We must preserve our future by investing in young men and women who look like me. While this is key, as young people, we must remember that we can walk faster, but the elders know the road. We need each other to move forward. While we are gathered here today for the Environmental Justice Education and Awareness Symposium, we must reflect on what environmental justice is. According to the EPA, environmental justice is the fair treatment and meaningful involvement of all people, regardless of race, color, national origin, or income, with respect to development, implementation, and enforcement of environmental laws, regulations, and policy. Knowing what we are affected by at every level, from basic knowledge of vocabulary terms in environmental justice for primary school age students to how the Constitution upholds the principles necessary to make an impact in the environmental justice, finally to the legislators who champion our cause in environmental justice. Every level, every stage matters. Accountability of awareness from the home to schools, places of worship, as well as city halls. We must be met if we want to make a difference. I challenge you today to take a moment to learn how environmental justice innovation can create economic opportunities for generations to come. The career and fields my generation will lead in have yet to exist in many cases. We are paving a way today, and we must work together through generations so we can complete at a global level. Today is the day, and now is the time. I further challenge you to find out how you can make environmental justice matter to those that look like us and are impacted by it the most to care. There are so many obstacles and fights on many forefronts that we must deal with every day, and it can be overwhelming. But let's take a moment, take a deep breath. Seriously, close your eyes. Center yourself. Picture a world of environmental justice no longer being a plight. We have the lowest carbon footprint in decades. Imagine that low-income communities are empowered through economics to positively impact environmental justice. Imagine having passions about clean oceans as one has for clean drinking water in these same low-income areas. Now take that deep breath. Hold it in. Release it. One more time. Take a deep breath. Think about a young person you will work with to help propel the trajectory of the environmental justice and awareness to the next level. Now, see a world where we work together intergenerationally to positively impact communities where American girls and boys who look like me can be proud of what we did. Together, we can be what we may not physically see if we can envision it. So thank you for having me join you. To learn more about our programs and how to support the Dorothy Jeanius STEAM Leadership Institute, log on to www.dorothyjeanius.com. That's DOROTHYJEANIUS.com. Let's protect our earth by preserving the environment because it's the only one we have.